There is no business that exists for any period of time whose role is just to make money. And if you think it is, you won't survive. It comes down to values, and I don't mean values like honesty and integrity. If you haven't got them, you shouldn't be in business. It comes down to what you want to stand for as a business. The values are harder, and values impacts culture, and culture eats strategy for breakfast. It really does, every time. And the thing that's been probably most enduring, we only have 4 values. One of them is create legacy. It means thinking long term, being a good ancestor, making decisions now that will stack up in 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 or 30 years' time. Because as a CEO, I might be judged financially over what happens this year or next year. I'm actually going to be judged what happens in 10 years after I've left much more. So that's the first value, create legacy. Next one's care more, which basically just means do the right thing. I couldn't really care a whole lot what regulators say, because often regulators get it wrong. I care about doing the right thing, and if you do the right thing, you won't get in trouble with regulators. That's the second one. Our third value is something we call never rest, which basically means always be unhappy with the status quo. Always have a situation where our very best isn't quite good enough. Always have this desire, this urgency that says we've got to change what we do for the better. And the last one is just kill complexity. I think business these days is way too complex. Business is so simple. A lot of the people here are MBA or MBA graduates or whatever. Business is simple. It's basically about cash flow, it's about numbers, it's about customer propositions, it's about values, and you put them all together and you can be this massive company. It's not that hard. Business is the biggest force for social good in history. Have a look at China alone. Over the last, 15 to 20 years, 680 million people have been brought out of poverty. Now that was government policy supporting, basically capitalism to be blunt, and supporting business and bringing people out of poverty. And the UK right now needs business.